Right now, of course, the biggest story in football is the divisional round of the playoffs and the coaching carousel. But it wasn't that long ago that the biggest story in the NFL universe exponentially was the Mason Rudolph suspension, swinging Mason Rudolph's helmet at the Steelers quarterback. Some felt this was an incident that could have killed the Steelers quarterback had he hit him with the crown of the helmet on Rudolph's head. Thankfully, none of that happened. Garrett suspended the rest of the season. Fines were handed out. I think when we look back on this NFL season, the 100th, that will certainly be one of the moments we remember in history. And it is immortalized on the skin of an NFL fan. And that fan joins us now. Adam Elkert tattooed the Myles Garrett helmet swinging incident on his body, joins us now. It is awesome to have you, Adam. First, can you show us the tattoo? Where is it?
Yeah, again, it's on my leg right here. I don't know if you couldn't see it.
Dear God, that is glorious. So you've got Dog Pound, and then you've got Myles Garrett, yes, swinging Mason Rudolph's helmet at him. Why in the world, of all the moments in sports history, did you want that tattooed on your right leg?
I guess it wasn't really specifically something that I chose. It was just something that a friend of a friend have put out on Facebook, and he's reached out to me knowing that I was originally from Ohio, living in Texas, was a big sports fan, and he put it out there to put his name out there, and so I would be honored to put that opportunity on my leg, especially stir the pot a little bit. Why not?
Adam, I don't know if you could hear me earlier or not. What's wrong with you, bro? I mean, where did it all go wrong that you get a tattoo that big of that incident on your leg? Like what is going through your head when you did that?
I mean, not, nothing special. It's just a big moment. I mean, nothing against my team or the Browns, but they haven't really had anything super exponentially exciting to tattoo. So I mean, when they get something big, maybe I'll get another opportunity to tattoo my leg. But this is it for now.
All right. All right. Take us back through your long, tortured history of becoming a Browns fan. Why are you so attached to the organization, and how agonizing has that been for you?
Just being a Browns fan ever since I was, younger, being originally from Ohio. Um, Ever since I can remember, maybe the first team I enjoyed was, Dallas Cowboys being the America's football team. But growing up and seeing my dad, really have that faith and attachment to the Cleveland Browns just really brought a different game to the TV. But yes, over the years it's been a agonizing struggle. But loyalty is something to share. But so hopefully when they do hopefully want to do something, I won't have to be on that bandwagon jumper too much.
All right, so Adam, what is it about Myles Garrett hitting Mason Rudolph in the head with his helmet that you liked? Is it just that it was against the Steelers, or that the Browns aren't taking any shit anymore? Like,
Oh
what
yeah, it's
is it that
definitely
compelled you to be willing to do that?
it's definitely because against the Steelers. It's been the biggest rivalry, at least the Browns situation for sure. But yeah, I mean, it probably would have been 110% better, Roethlisberger perhaps, but seeing him on the sideline just being glad it wasn't him, I guess. Yeah, definitely against the Steelers.
Did that moment, Adam, make you more or less a fan of Myles Garrett swinging Mason Rudolph's helmet at him?
I mean, it's a good it's a good, I guess, memory that we'll never forget. But I mean, I'm more of a fan. I mean, I like UFC, but I mean, helmet every so often never hurt anyone.
Yeah, it's funny because
Right.
Myles Garrett, I think, is very misunderstood from that moment. He's a guy that does a lot for people off the football field. Tremendous player,
Right.
defensive player of the year type talent. Here's my question. If your Cleveland Browns can win a Super Bowl, what will you pledge today on Home and Home to get tattooed on your body next?
Oh, something definitely with Super Bowl wise, or even even the playoffs would be nice every so often, but definitely Super Bowl wise. Hopefully, if they have like another glorious moment like what I got now on my leg, I would love to have a tattoo of something like that. Browns wise. Other than promoting violence, so that'd be nice.
All right. So, how long did that tattoo take and how much did it hurt?
It took one session, 11 hours. Just went through the pain. Had a couple uh, breaks here and there. It didn't really start to get hurt until it started to get the Steelers stuff. I don't know if it was just because I was getting Steelers on my body. It was burning, but it just started hurt maybe with the white. But 11 hours. It's the longest I have.
That's brutal. All right, last question. And I can't imagine a single tattoo. I can barely get my blood taken at the doctor. I'm such a pussy. So, last question is who do you want as Cleveland Browns' next head coach? They're the only vacancy left.
Oh man, that's a good one. Rumors are having it that some like McCarthy or even Urban Meyer will be rumored. I think Urban Meyer would be really cool, even though he kind of had that health issue, whatever, with his head or whatever. But I think he does that every so often with Ohio State anyway. So it'd be cool, Urban Meyer.
I think that's a hell of an idea. I think Urban Meyer would be a terrific head coach in the NFL. Everything he's built in college at all those stops, knows how to identify talent and lead a ship. Mike McCarthy's off the market, just so you know. He was hired by the
Yeah.
Dallas Cowboys. Yep. Eric Elkert, that is an awesome tattoo. Show it to us one more time. I know it'll lose the sound, but just show it to us one more time before we go. There it is, dog pound on the bottom, just so people believe that this is the real deal. It is not faked. That is on the leg of Eric, and it is a beauty. Thanks for joining us, brother. Really appreciate the time and the 11 hours of pain you endured.
Yeah. Thank you.
Good for you, man.
Appreciate it.
All right, Ross. So here's the obvious question, and I've got three candidates. What sports moment, if you had to have a sports moment tattooed on your body, what would it be?
You think that is the obvious question after that interview?
Well, there's a lot of unanswered questions. Those questions are referring to, we can't answer, my friend. We cannot answer.
What you just asked is not the obvious question after that interview. I could have a couple of obvious questions. I mean, wow. In fact, now I regret not even taking the interview longer, because I would have wanted to know, does he have a girlfriend or wife? Like what do his parents think of the tattoo? Like, I could really go deep down a rabbit hole with our buddy Adam there. I mean, wow, man. Wow.
He's still hanging around if you have another question for him.
Adam, are you still there?
Yes, sir.
All right. So Adam,
man.
Are you married? Do you have a girlfriend or anything?
I do have a girlfriend, 5 years. She's actually a huge Seattle Seahawks fan, so she's not really worried about me too much.
All right. So what did she think when you told her you were going to get that tattoo? Like, what did she think?
She's asked me, is that something you really want? Because it's going to be there for the rest of your life. I said, yeah, it's Browns kind of violently hurting the Steelers. So yeah, I absolutely want that.
Okay. And you don't think you'll ever regret that, Adam?
No, sir. 100% not. I would do it all over again. Especially when my grandma messaged me asking for a picture, and her saying it's absolutely beautiful. No regrets.
Okay. That actually answers all my questions right there. If your grandma wanted a picture of it and said, because I was going to go into a big psychoanalysis of
Hmm.
your family. I was going to go back generations and try to figure out where it all went wrong and what happened. But now I know. Grammy, Grammy
Yeah.
says it's beautiful and wants a picture of it. I'm good now, Adam. I am good. That's all I need to know. It started with grandma and maybe even before her. Got it. Okay.
Right.
I love it, baby. I think it's outstanding. Everything I love about sports is on your right leg. Adam, thanks again for your time. We will let you get back to your Wednesday, my friend. Appreciate it.
I appreciate it, brothers. Thank you so much.
Okay, Ross, do you feel like you better understand Adam and the intentions and the desires behind the tattoo?
Yeah, yeah, I think I do now. I say this a lot, Dave, and people don't understand me when I say this, but there are a lot of people like Adam out there, and there are a lot of people from places where Adam's from that people never think about. And whether that's politics or sports or what have you, there's just a whole different aspect of our country that I think a lot of people don't really know exist. I think Adam was a pretty good example of that. The passion and the willingness to do things like he did, that is something.